gentlemen. Got a load of this one. Hello and welcome to the first and last Crime City of 2018. Guys, before we begin, I am not sure, but and if I could beg your indulgence for something, could you just come up here for a second? Yes, please do hold her drink.
She dressed for this.
So, the fanciest of fancies is going to do me the biggest favor. That was it. But could you just hold these for 1 second? So, my name is Andrew Root, and I'm the writer of Crime City. And this is the last Crime City for a while because my wonderful wife and I are having a baby in March. But before the show begins, we're going to have a few announcements. Thank you, Andrew. So, coming up on Thursday, February 1st at 8 p.m., one show only, is Tuneless Humming, directed by Amy Cummings. On Wednesday, February 7th at 7 p.m., there's going to be a marathon of the TV show Fishing with John. Oh, Fishing with John. I thought it was Fishing with John Marathon. It's a Fishing with John Marathon. It's a chat show in which a fella goes deep sea squid fishing with Dennis Hopper and all kinds of Willem Dafoe and all kinds of fun celebrities. It's going to be a great curiosity. Following that, there's the Small Dance for a Small Space Festival on Thursday, February 15th to Saturday. Here you go, that's for you. To Saturday, February 17th at 8 p.m. Mystery Science Night is coming back with Laser Blast on Monday, February 19th at 8 p.m. It's a super fun night. On Friday, February 23rd at 8, Settle This Thing returns. Mr. Drew Ansis in the back and his wife Tamara Bick have a lot of marital problems. And they air them in front of a crowd, and you help them decide what they're going to do and how they're going to live their life. It's a lot of fun. Look for them in various fringe festivals coming up. After that, we've got Euchre Night with Aaron Lidster, Tuesday, February 27th at 7:30. So you can come and play, you can come and watch, live your life. If you like watching people play euchre, you can do that. And then March 1st to 3rd at 8 p.m., Dave Cave will be recreating Lindsay Lohan's classic album, Speak. To quote the poster, no one asked for this. Thank you very much. And everybody. These are all wonderful shows that deserve your time and attention, and I would encourage you to attend. Any information can be found in the lobby or from Mr. Ryan Kerr, who runs the space. Just want to say a special thank you to everybody who has come out thus far. I really appreciate it. We shouldn't do this show. It's super stupid. But I'm glad you like it, and thank you. With that in mind, we bring you the last for a while episode of Crime City, The Private Detective.
Greetings, junior detectives. Shine your badge, put on your trench coat, and grab your magnifying glass. It's time to set your radios dial to intrigue for another exciting episode of Crime City, brought to you by Tex Ultra, American Animal Control Expert, Carlotta Sycamore's Beauty Salon, and the Tourism Board of Milwaukee. Crime City, home to the fiends, scoundrels, and ne'er-do-wells of the world. A cesspool of illegality. Honest citizens fear to walk the streets after dark. But there are those who stand against crime in Crime City, honor-bound to serve justice and protect the innocent. Our heroes, Bramble.
Adventure Scout, first class, saving the world with scouting.
And former spy turned private eye, Lilian Steele.
Hello.
Aim to clean up crime in Crime City. What nefarious foes will our heroes face in their quest to uphold the law? Find out in tonight's breathtaking installment, The Private Detective. Last time on Crime City, parts 1, 2, and 3 of the missing Marshall saga. Chief of Police Victor Marshall vanished from Crime City without ceremony or fanfare. In his place, a sinister underground figure rises the ranks of power and seizes control of Crime City. Roger Havasham.
At your service.
After fleeing Crime City and discovering that life on the lam ain't all it's cracked up to be, Lilian Steele and Bramble return to Crime City in disguise. Camouflage from head to toe and using vocal spectrometers to disguise their voices, our heroes infiltrate Roger Havisham's sinister operation. But what do they find? Only a hasty note, scrawled by the missing Victor Marshall that explains everything. Or does it? Let's listen and find out.
Go ahead and read the note, Lilian.
I'm writing to tender my resignation as chief of police. I've been drafted, and I'm off to join the army and serve my country. See you on the other side of the war. Korea, here I come. Sincerely, Victor Marshall.
Say, what's going on with your voice?
Blasted vocal disguiser must have slipped off my slender, feminine neck. Well, I suppose there's no need for these disguises anymore. Bradley, let's get back into our own wardrobe. Oh, that's better.
My God!
I know, Mrs. Wiggins. It must be shocking to see the veil of disguise lifted from your eyes. For I was never Rocky Hardknuckle. That was merely a full bodysuit, cleverly constructed to disguise my naturally feminine figure.
No, it's not that. Your boob is hanging out.
What?
Yep, just hanging out there like a ripe avocado.
I object to that imagery.
You must have ripped your blouse along with the costume. Why didn't you use the zipper like me?
Bradley, stop looking.
Aw, I seen a hooter before, Miss Steele. It's nothing special.
Where did you see a... Wait, nothing special? I beg your pardon.
No offense.
No offense. I'll have you know that this bosom is at least partially responsible for toppling the Third Reich. I've distracted many a lonely soldier with this décolletage before, pow, getting a drop on them. This tit is a patriot.
Well, then put it back in its uniform. Sheesh.
I just want it on the record that it is not hanging out. It is popping out and looking upward. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Whatever you say.
I think what's really important to note is that I told you I didn't make Victor disappear.
We don't know that for sure. All we have is this note, and we can't be sure that this is even Victor's handwriting.
Don't be ridiculous. Whose handwriting would it be? It certainly isn't mine.
Oh, it's his, all right. Look, he misspelled the word fight and country and the somehow.
This doesn't make any sense.
All I know is that you're under arrest.
Me?
Me?
Both of you. All of you. We're taking you down to holding until we can straighten this out.
Oh, that's
Yes,
completely
absolutely.
Come on,
Look,
Jesus.
you have the
I
right
just
to
saw
remain
your
silent.
boob. Now wait just a minute. I don't recognize your authority. I refuse to cooperate.
Don't recognize our authority?
What are you talking about? We're duly appointed.
Appointed? By the chief of police, who you may remember is in absentia. And for all we know, he could be dead.
Victor isn't dead, surely. How tacky.
Yeah, he wouldn't do that.
Well, how do you know?
No, how do you know? You don't know.
Well, you don't know
Well, you
either.
have
Please,
no idea.
please. There's only one person who would know for sure whether Victor is dead or not.
What the?
Perhaps I can clear things up.
A ghost! I knew he was dead.
A ghost? No, Mrs. Wiggins. I'm right here. Look, I can touch you.
Keep your hands to yourself, Grabby Johnson. They say war changes a man, but you're still a common dirty bird.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Victor, I'm so relieved to see you.
Yeah, Mr. Marshall, where have you been? We've looked all over.
Why did you leave so suddenly? And what happened to your beard?
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit of a long story. It goes a little something like this.
All right, soldiers, deplane, stay in rank, keep up. Welcome to the new home, Korea. Report to your units for basic training.
Excuse me, sir. I wasn't assigned a unit.
Name?
Private Victor Marshall, at your service, and at the service of our great country, to defend and protect the interests of the United States of good old America, at home and abroad.
Oh, take it easy with the jingo lingo, Private Marshall. I'm already in the army.
Sorry, sir.
Oh, let's see, according to this, you're in.
What? What's so funny?
You're in Special Forces.
What's so funny about that? Special Forces, it sounds rough and tough.
Oh, the Special Forces where they stick the well, let's just say special is in quotation marks. Your drill sergeant will explain everything. Now fall out. Your unit is waiting for you. Good luck and goodbye, cannon fodder.
Wait! Good luck and goodbye? What does that mean? What do you mean by cannon fodder? Officer! Crud! That does not bode well. Maybe the Korean War won't be as glamorous as it sounds. Say, I wonder if that's my unit over there. Excuse me? Is this the Special Forces?
Hello? What's this?
I say, old bean, are you addressing us?
Perhaps this enlisted man knows the whereabouts of the tea trolley.
I should hope so. I'm as parched as British Polynesia.
The only Polynesia worth mentioning.
Oh. I didn't know the English army was here in Korea.
That's right, here to serve king and country.
God save King George.
Where are the rest of the English soldiers?
Oh, it's just us. Corporal Peas Broccoli at your service. And that there is Lance Corporal Strawberry Brute. But don't let the name fool you. He's a pussycat.
Your names are Peas Broccoli and Strawberry Brute.
Utterly improbable, aren't they?
And yet...
Okay, but why are you the only English soldiers in the war?
We wanted to have a stab in the game, don't you know?
If this war goes well, King George thinks England can get back into the colonization business.
First Pyongyang, then Southern Asia, then the world. Every man Jack under the Union Jack.
Colonization?
It's quite simple, really. You'd simply teach them a few games, and before they know it, they're a British territory.
What do you mean, teach them a few games?
Well, take India.
We already did.
They took to cricket like India, like an Indian duck to Indian water.
Don't drink the water, you'll get Montezuma's revenge.
That's Mexico.
Never been.
Yes, we've never actually been south of the equator.
Dread for tea in the south, don't you know?
Where the drat is that tea mom with the tea trolley?
But at the behest of King George...
Okay, let me stop you there. You know King George died, right? In 1952?
What year is it now?
1953.
Well, dash it all, man. Who's the bloody king?
Elizabeth.
Bit of a feminine name for a king. Elizabeth.
I think she plans on being queen.
Well, does she plan to colonize Korea or not? Damn it, man!
Look, I don't know the policies of Queen Elizabeth. I'm just here to serve my country.
Yes, but it's supposed to be our country. We wanted it and we were going to take it.
That's how colonization works, don't you see?
Guys, calm down. Look, I really feel like you're missing the point of this. And every war.
I can't calm down. My equilibrium is all a canter. I simply must have a spot of tea.
Where the blasted devil is that tea mom with the tea trolley?
Tin hut.
I say, the tea mom has arrived.
But where is her trolley of little cakes?
Drill sergeant on deck, you worms. Salute your commanding officer.
Certainly. Where is he?
So, Private London thinks he's funny, does he? Well, Private London, I am the Great Fire of 1666, and I will burn you to the ground.
I'm actually from Kent.
You're a Kent, all right. Drop and give me 20. I want to see more push-ups than in Marilyn Monroe's underwear drawer. And you, what part of England are you from?
Gloucestershire?
10 laps of the airfield. Go on, get Gloucestershire. Prepare you. And let me guess, Private Handsome Face from Handsomeshire?
Handsome face? No, I'm Private Victor Marshall.
Don't correct me, Private Handsome Face. Let's get one thing straight. I'm your commanding officer. And as far as you're concerned, I'm Vishnu, Zeus, Athena, Osiris the Jackal-Headed, and Jesus Christ Almighty. I left out your personal deity. Write that deity's name down on a piece of paper. Tear that piece of paper up, because you bring me now. My name is Drill Sergeant Jill Sargent, and I hate you. When I look into your worthless eyes, I don't want to see the lively, sunshiny, fun-loving Betty Sue Bob who sucked face with Billy Jane behind the bleachers during homecoming. Those sweet days are just like your sweet butt behind you.
Sweet butt.
Got a problem with a strong woman, Private Handsome Face? Got an issue with a woman who knows what she wants?
This is not how I imagined the army to be. Maybe I'll just go get a crew cut or something and meet you back here later.
You cut those beautiful locks and I'll have you on latrine duty for a month, handsome Prince Handsome Face. Drill Sergeant Jill Sargent likes them hairy and unkempt.
Why do you keep calling me that? My name is Victor Marshall.
Play your cards right, Private Marshal, and I could be your Drill Sergeant.
What?
Quick, while we're alone, I want to inspect this private.
What are you doing?
Drop and give me 7. 7 minutes in heaven, that is.
No! No, you keep your hands to yourself.
If you don't pucker up, I'll throw you in the brig, Private Sweet Butt.
No! I am a patriot. I just want to serve my country.
Pucker up, Private.
No! No! Why am I so handsome? No! It's a curse, these rugged good looks of mine, but luckily the war is declared officially over, and shortly after that I was able to explain to Drill Sergeant Jill Sargent that though exciting, our passion was inappropriate, so I shipped back home, and that's where I've been. What have you guys been up to?
You don't seriously expect us to believe any of that, do you?
What do you mean? That's what happened. I went to Korea, I served my time, the war ended. What?
You served your time with your squad mates Peas Broccoli and Strawberry Brute.
Yeah?
And it's just a coincidence that I happen to have a broccoli and pea salad on my desk for lunch.
Oh, you do? Hey, look at that. You happen to have a broccoli and pea sandwich right there on your desk. Hey, funny coincidence, huh?
And I suppose it's just a coincidence that during your dumb story I've been drinking strawberry daiquiris?
And I just happen to be wearing Brute cologne.
And the marquee on the disreputable movie theater across the street just happens to read, Jill Sargent, Drill Sergeant. She could be your thrill sergeant.
I mean, yeah, I guess those are pretty incredible coincidences, huh? What are the odds?
Oh, come off it, Victor. We know you're lying.
Tell the truth, you louse.
Come clean, Mr. Marshall.
Victor, honestly, your friends are worried about you.
Quiet, you. You might still be under arrest. I haven't decided yet.
All right, fine. You got me. I never actually went to Korea.
Called it. Swish. Who wants another drink? Just me?
So where have you been?
Well, it's a bit of a long story. It goes a little something like this.
Victor Marshall? A liar? Couldn't be. Or could it? He never struck me as the type. Sure, maybe he cheats a little on his taxes, but yeah, who among us Junior detectives, there but for the grace of the IRS go I. And speaking of going, we're going to commercial break. We'll be back after these messages.
Howdy, y'all. If and you're like me, you prefer your radio drama to feature the rootin' tootin' adventures of a real dirt-packing, lead-chewing, bootstrapping kind of guy. Tex Ultra, American animal control expert. It's my favorite show. There's no one quite like old Tex to keep the homesteaders of Texas safe from rattlesnakes and bobcats and all manner of creatures. Say, why don't we listen to a quick clip from this week's episode?
Oh no, I sure don't know what I'm gonna do now that there's a coyote in my gold claim. I'll have to pack up and move to back east. And I hate it there.
Not so fast. Oh, Mr. Coyote doesn't stand a chance against me. Tex Ultra.
Tex Ultra!
Stay there, Wolfie. Why don't you leave this nice prospectus gold claim alone? Go on now. All right. You only left me this one option.
Bang.
That did it.
There's gold in them there hills. And in your heart of hearts, Mr. Ultra, how can I ever repay you?
Say, Mr. Prospector, what say you and me get hitched?
Romance in the Old West? Keep your old transistor tuned to this here station if you want to find out which other kinds of animal Tex will pump full of lead. And kisses. On this week's episode of Tex Ultra, American Animal Control Expert. Yeehaw!
Is your makeup letting you down? Is your girdle a real hurdle? Do you feel more like a fridge magnet than a fashion magnet? Magnate? Take a deep breath and allow myself to introduce myself. My name is Carlotta Sycamore. Yes, that Carlotta Sycamore from that school play that I was in. The sun will come up tomorrow. And you can bet your bottom dollar that Carlotta Sycamore's Beauty Salon is the best place to spruce yourself up for that special day. This is my store manager, Angel.
Sacré bleu! Enchanté bébé! Ouh là là! Combien alors?
As you can tell, Angel is French. But she is not the only international attraction at Carlotta Sycamore's Beauty Salon. Please meet Sven, our masseuse. That is correct, Sven. Even after the big game, your muscles will feel at ease and your mind will be clear. And just between us girls, your arms will be more flexible than your husband ever dreamed.
Zut alors! Ma petite ouh là là! C'est sur la table compliquée! Alors!
Smirted and flirted and birted and flirted in a Barcelona.
That's right. Open on Labor Day. Closed on my birthday. Carlotta Sycamore's Beauty Salon. The only salon. With my name on it, and I work there.
Welcome back, Junior Detectives. Before the break, breaking news. Victor Marshall was returned to Crime City. But where has he been? Certainly not Southeast Asia, though that's a tall tale this yarn spinner spun. And just what is Victor weaving with this yarn of tall tales? A sweater of deceit, or the itchy socks of bent truth? Time will tell, and so will he, as we join our heroes and their shocking revelations.
Victor, we know you weren't actually in Korea, so where were you?
Come on. It's embarrassing.
Oh, Victor.
I don't know if I want to talk about it. It's private.
Well, there's no need to be ashamed. You can trust us, Mr. Marshall.
Ha! Not me! I'm gonna tell everybody.
Mrs. Wiggins, you'll do no such thing. This man stands upon the precipice of his very soul. Victor, you have my word of honor that what you say will not leave this room. Pray, please continue.
I don't think we've met. Victor Marshall.
Roger Havasham. I used to live in the sewer.
Oh. How about that?
You were saying, Victor.
All right. Look, it's a bit of a long story. It goes a little something like this.
All right, passengers. Everybody off the bus. Take all your belongings with you as you exit the bus. Last stop. End of the line. Welcome to Swamp Junction. Watch your step.
Driver, are you sure this is Swamp Junction? There's no houses or buildings.
Town washed down the road during the last flood season. Last stop.
So the whole town washed down the road?
Everything but the bus stop and a few derelict houses. Mind your step. End of the line.
Well, maybe you can help me with something. I'm here because I got a letter in the mail and the return address was in Swamp Junction.
Spare me a life story, pal. I'm a bus driver. So my threshold for excitement is pretty up there.
Sorry. Look, could you at least point me in the right direction?
What address are you looking for?
456 Alligator Bite Road, Swamp Junction in Depression County.
Alligator Bite Road.
What? What's so funny?
Well, let's just say when they were building Harvard University, they didn't choose a building on Alligator Bite Road.
What's that supposed to mean?
You'll see soon enough. Alligator Bite Road is down that way a piece. Good luck with the locals, friend. You'll need it. So long.
Hey, wait. What do you mean, good luck with the locals? Why would I need good luck? Oh, crud. That doesn't bode well. Maybe my trip to Depression County won't be as glamorous as it sounds. Looks like a couple of kids up the road. Maybe they live around here. Excuse me. Is this Alligator Bite Road?
Hello? Who's that?
You talking to us, old man?
Maybe he knows where we can get some food.
He better. I'm hungry enough to eat the mud off the road.
Don't eat the mud off the road. What are you, 11 years old? Where are your parents?
We're 12.
We ain't got parents.
Everyone's got parents.
We got a mom, and our deadbeat dad split town before we was born.
Hey, give us some bread.
I don't have any bread.
Come on, you don't have any bread?
What does that mean? People don't just walk around with slices of bread.
Well, you look like you got a high-carb diet.
What a weird insult. What are your names?
I'm Vinny, and this is my sister, Vicky. She'll tell you her name's Victoria, but she's just being a prissy cat.
Your names are Vinny and Vicky? That's funny. My name's Victor.
Yeah, we know.
You know? How do you know?
We read it on your driver's license.
How did you get my... You stole my wallet. Give it back.
Finders keepers, that's how it works.
How are we gonna spend the money on?
First some food, then on some fancy new duds, and then maybe a car.
You two are going to be very disappointed when you look in that wallet.
Ah, phooey. It's Moth Hotel. Great work, Finny. You picked a real lame mark.
What do you mean, Mark? You kids are pickpockets?
We're business people.
Well, I'm a policeman, and picking pockets is against the law. So give me that.
Crud. You'll probably want these back, too.
My badge and gun?
We really should be moving along. They're going to serve lunch at school soon, so see ya.
Hold it right there. I'm taking you home. I think your mother would like to know her brats are a couple of no-goodniks.
Aw, come on, mister! Don't rat us out. We gave you your stuff back.
Yeah, first do no harm. Isn't that the rule?
That's doctors, not pickpockets.
And how are we going to get to medical school with this on our permanent record?
You are robbing the world of 2 skilled surgeons.
Let me stop you there. Is that your house? The screen door on the hinge?
I don't know. I got amnesia!
I'll take that as a yes.
No, I'm living with you, mister. You can't tell her mom, she's gonna kill us.
Yeah, you should have thought of that before you stole a policeman's wallet. What's your mom's name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Wait. This is your house? This one. 456 Alligator Bite Road.
Yeah, but what does it matter? We're dead meat.
I got a letter in the mail from this address. It was sent by my ex-wife.
Long-time Eagle-Weird listeners will recall all the way back in episode 1 of Crime City that Victor mentioned paying alimony to his ex-wife, though she has not been mentioned since. That brief allusion 2 years ago, the producers of Crime City would like it noted that she was definitely not forgotten until it became convenient, and that her reappearance is an example of extremely clever writing and not a cheap coincidence. Well, gotta go.
Well. Look what the alligator dragged in. Victor Marshall, my deadbeat ex-husband.
Hello, Elizabeth.
Well, kids, don't just stand there. Say hello to your father.
Our father?
What? Elizabeth, your letter said you needed to talk to me in person. Is this what you meant?
Hope your fancy policeman's salary covers all the alimony and child support.
This guy's our dad? Well, thanks for stunting me emotionally by leaving town before I was burned, you jerk.
I can't believe I'm going to look like you when I grow up. You got a history of heart disease?
Why would you ask that?
All those carbs, they'll get you.
They'll get you every time.
You should probably do some push-ups, maybe some wind sprints.
Who's your doctor? We should get a medical history.
All right, kids, that's enough. Scram on out of here. Me and your dad need to have a little chat.
And where are we gonna go?
School. It's the middle of a weekday. Go to school.
Never lose your sense of humor, Dad.
Ooh, I heard there's a dead python 3 miles into the swamp. Let's go see if it's still edible.
Yay!
Hey, bring some back for dinner if it hasn't turned. So, how's life in the big, fancy city?
Let's skip the small talk. What's with the weather? Letter. What's with that? Letter.
What letter?
Dear Dirtbag, you got kids. Get down here and do right by them in the form of ka-ching. Then you just drew a bunch of dollar signs and there's a stain of some kind.
Oh, yeah, that's chaw juice.
What is... No. Never mind. I do not want to know what chaw juice is.
Oh, it's a delicacy. You want some? I got a whole tin in the house.
No. Words cannot express how little I want that.
Ah, too good for chaw juice, too good for Alligator Bite Road, too good for your ex-wife and your children. Story of your life, too good for everything. I was named after a queen, you know, Queen Elizabeth, beauty queen of the Depression County. 1921 to 1924, she had 65% of her own teeth, and that's no lie. But I suppose that account holds no water with you, city boy. You look down on us country folk, but don't forget, this is where you come from. This is where you sowed your seed, and it's where you're going to be sending those child support checks. Now get your sweet butt inside.
Sweet butt?
You're already paying for 2 kids. What would one more be?
What?
We don't got long while those brats are off looking for a python in the swamp. Meantime, I got a swamp python I want to look for.
Oh, my God.
I could be your beauty queen, Victor.
No, thank you.
I got most half of my own teeth still. Look with your tongue.
No! Oh, I just want to be the father to my kids.
Pucker up.
No! Why am I so handsome? No! It's a curse, these rugged good looks of mine, but luckily she confessed that she actually sent those letters to a bunch of different men, and I was able to explain to Elizabeth that, though exciting, our passion was inappropriate. So I grabbed the bus back home, and that's where I've been. What have you guys been up to?
You don't seriously expect us to believe any of that, do you?
What do you mean? That's what happened. I went to Swamp Junction in Depression County, and I met with my ex-wife and some kids who turned out not to be mine. What?
You met some kids named Vinny and Vicky, names which sound an awful lot like your own name, who were pickpockets.
Yeah?
And it's just a coincidence that on my desk I've got the crime stats for juvenile theft.
Oh, you do? Hey, look at that. You do happen to have those crime stats right there on your desk. Hey, funny coincidence, huh?
And I just happen to be wearing a new mental health counselor merit badge, which reads, "Depression count on me."
And it's just a coincidence that along with my broccoli and pea salad, I also just happen to have a full loaf of white bread on my desk for lunch.
Those carbs will get you.
And the art gallery, next door to the disreputable movie theater across the street, is hosting a series of portraits of Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, I guess those are all pretty incredible coincidences, huh? What are the odds?
Oh, come off it, Victor. We know you're lying.
Tell the truth, you louse.
Come clean, Mr. Marshall.
Victor, honestly, your friends are worried about you.
All right. Fine. You got me. I never actually went to Swamp Junction.
Called it. Swish. Who wants another drink? Just me?
Well, so where have you been?
Well, it's a bit of a long story. It goes a little something like this.
Caught in a lie like a mouse in a trap. But what cheese was Victor Marshall seeking before the crushing blow of truth snapped down upon him? Can we believe a single word that comes out of his mouth? I can't. I have trust issues. But here's one thing you can trust, you detectives. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors. Stay tuned.
Why are we so happy? We just got back from a trip to Milwaukee.
So much to see. Satisfaction guaranteed.
The trees.
The lakes.
Mitchell Park Horticultural Observatory.
The Pabst Museum.
I went to the zoo.
I met the mayor.
But don't take it from us. Take it from the mayor of Milwaukee.
Hello. I'm the mayor of Milwaukee. Milwaukee is for lovers.
We weren't lovers before we went to Milwaukee.
But we are now.
That's right. Milwaukee. Brew up some lasting relationships. Here. In the Brew City. Everybody?
Milwaukee, it's a place to be. Milwaukee, a place for you and me. Tell your neighbor on the phone or maybe use a walkie-talkie. It doesn't get better than Milwaukee. Milwaukee!
If the truth were a river of clean flowing water, then Victor Marshall is the vast Sahara. That's right, you detectives. This private eye is more of a private lie. Except not even that. Because he wasn't a private in the army and he didn't live with his ex-wife to father 2 criminal kids. I'm so perplexed I don't know which way is up. So up is where I'm gonna put my feet while this flatfoot decides if we get denial of truth or denial of truth.
Time to fess up, Victor. We know you didn't go to Korea. We know you didn't go to visit your ex-wife. All we know is that you disappeared.
So what's the real story? Where have you been?
Well, it's a bit of a long story. It goes a little something like this. I went on a bender. Huh. Guess it wasn't that long of a story after all.
A bender.
But why?
Because being chief of police is no fun. Who would have thought sweeping judicial reform would be so boring? So I snuck off for a few weeks to myself. I went to Gambling City with a brief stopover in Debauchery Town.
Victor, we were supposed to go to Debauchery Town for my birthday.
What's Debauchery Town?
We'll tell you when you're older.
Ah, crud. I wish I could go to Debauchery Town.
Kid, you really do.
So you just bugged out? Not bad, Marshall. Didn't think we had so much in common.
We don't. You're just a terrible employee.
You're not wrong.
I just couldn't hack it. No adventure, no allure, no shadowy damsels and knuckle-dusting crooks. No capers, no shakers, no roosting out of the bag beats in the food stand, no double blinds, honey pots, back alley dealings, no secret rendezvous, double-crossing contacts or briefcase transfers and train stations, no blackmail, no extortions, no shakedowns.
Oh, they're the best.
I really miss those shakedowns.
Love the shakedowns.
But Victor, if you hated the job so much, why did you torture yourself? Why didn't you just resign?
Well, I didn't want to disappoint my friends.
Aw, Mr. Marshall, you couldn't possibly disappoint us. We already know too much.
Thanks a lot, kid.
No, Victor, truly. We're not disappointed in you.
You're not?
No. We're thrilled.
Yeah, this place can go screw.
Really?
Really. Let's get the team back together. Go arrest some crooked schemers and evil dreamers, and the best part is, you just arrest them and drop them off.
Easy peasy. And we got all kinds of crime that needs taken care of.
Jewel thieves, racketeers, arsonists.
Illegal folk festivals. Parking infractions, corrupt politicians.
Oh, and speaking of which, what are we gonna do with this one?
Me! I beg your pardon.
What's to do with the man who stole power in Crime City?
Stole? Well, I never.
This man is a saint, and I will die for him. I will kill for him. I will kill you for him.
Come, Mrs. Wiggins, that's not necessary. I'm simply dumbstruck, and dumbfounded, and dumbfused. Whatever can you mean, stole power?
Well, you... guys, help me out here. I know he stole power, but I can't quite say how.
You made Victor disappear.
No, I didn't! I don't know how I could have been any clearer about that. He had left of his own volition.
It's true. I did.
Well, you and... God, what did you do?
Look, you can't pull the wool over our eyes. A person just doesn't show up one day as in charge without some kind of illicit scheme.
I beg your pardon, but I didn't just show up. I called an election.
An election?
I don't remember an election.
How many people voted for you?
Well, if I remember correctly, just me.
Just you. One person.
It was the largest voter turnout in Crime City history.
Well, congratulations, I guess. What does that make you, the mayor?
I'm the mayor and the entire city council. I must admit, it's democratically specious, but it certainly makes things quicker.
Wait a minute. What about those doppelgangers?
Oh, Sam, that's right. How do you explain those shoddy doubles you put in our places?
Well, it's not my proudest moment, but I thought it would ease the transition of power.
You thought it would ease the transition of power.
I thought it would ease the transition of power.
Did it work?
Honestly, no one even noticed. This city is a mess. Total waste of time and resources.
Huh. Well, more power to you.
Wait just a minute. Isn't identity theft a crime?
Say, that's right. You used our names and likenesses without our permission. I knew you were crooked.
Well, no, not really. I spelled each of your names slightly differently. So technically, that whole thing counts as parody.
Wait, so the doppelgangers' names sound like ours, but are spelled different?
The intricacies of copyright law are simply fascinating.
So I guess Victor Marshall is still chief of police after all.
So long as Victor is spelled Vicketer, yes.
Oh, look at that. It's time for your city council meeting, Mr. Havasham.
Oh, what fun! I love these meetings.
Ain't you the entire city council?
Yes! I get to sit in a big, fancy room and make suggestions and then vote, and then the suggestions become reality. This must be how kings feel. Anywho, must be off. Goodbye from me, Roger Havasham. Hop, 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 hop.
Guys, level with me. Do you think I have a chance with him?
No.
Oh, absolutely not. I really don't.
Drat. Well, I'm off to the liquor store and then to use some vacation time.
Mrs. Wiggins, wait.
Yeah?
You are, without question, the worst secretary in the history of employment. But I sincerely hope you get help with your drinking.
Why, Mr. Marshall, you flirt.
What?
I knew you were a dirty bird, but no, I will not get a drink with you. You can keep those paws to yourself and off my golden keister. I'd file a complaint with Human Resources, but you're already out of a job, and good riddance. Now get out of my way. I got a rendezvous with a bottle of vodka and vacation home in Toluga Lake. See you never, jerk.
What a complicated woman.
So, I guess that means our Victor is free to pursue other opportunities. And you know, I've got an empty desk over at Steele Consulting that needs a good gumshoe.
No paperwork, no budgetary meetings, no statistics or performance reviews, just good old-fashioned do-gooding.
That sounds pretty refreshing.
Wait a minute. What's that commotion down on the street?
Help! Help, police!
We're being terrorized and we don't like it.
Oh, yeah, you better run, you dumb dude.
What's the matter? You don't got 2 X chromosomes? Give me your wallet.
Who are you?
We're the girl gang.
What you gonna do about it?
Well, just you wait. There are do-gooders in this town. They don't stand with thugs like you young women.
Ha! Bring 'em on, that's what I say.
Look out! That one's smoking a cigarette!
Let's get out of here.
After him!
Well, seems like as good a place as any to start.
Yeah, let's go give that gang a bang. A real gang!
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No. What?
Sometimes rhyming ain't a good thing, kid.
Well, why not?
Just take my word for it, okay?
Aw. It's so good to have you back, Mr. Marshall.
And look out, Crime City. We got your sweeping criminal reform right here. Jab, punch, and uppercut. Sweep criminals right off their feet.
Brad, Lilian, I'm glad to be home. Now let's go get that girl gang.
Yeah! Let's go get
Swept up in the joy of the chase, our heroes, Lilian Steele, Brad Bramble, and Victor Marshall, didn't notice the faint flickering of light from under the door in the city council's chambers. In the darkened room, strange occult symbols cover the walls. A pen of goats bleat helplessly in the dais as hundreds of candles illuminate the face of Roger Havasham.
They don't suspect a thing. Let's see if their do-gooding will do them any good when I complete the spell and send this entire city into the hell dimension.
Satan's pajamas, junior detectives. I knew that guy was evil all along. Will our heroes be able to stop Crime City from being sucked into the hell dimension? Can our heroes seize control of the ceremonial dagger before it's too late? Do the writers of this program have any intention of answering these questions? You'll have to stay tuned if you want to find out. Join us for the next thrilling installment of Crime City every Tuesday at 2:45 a.m. Good night, junior detectives.
I'm going to hold you hostage for 30 seconds while we thank the person without whom this show would not exist, who encouraged me to do it and gave this show a home, and whose birthday it is today, and who hates me already for this, Ryan Kerr. Hastily wrapped gifts. One of them's just from Dan. See if you can guess which one. Yes, you do.
In fact, you should come into the middle. So
Yeah.
Well, I can picture. Yeah, I know which one's from Dan. Okay, what have I got going on here?
Thank you for joining us. And for saving the show. I've got one final piece of entertainment for you this evening. We thought it'd be fun to sing you a little song on the way out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alabama, Arkansas, I do love my ma and pa, not the way that I do love you.
Well, holy moly, me oh my, you're the apple of my eye. Girl, I never loved one like you.
Man, oh man, you're my best friend. I scream it to the nothingness. There ain't nothing that I need.
Well, hot and heavy pumpkin pie, chocolate candy, Jesus Christ, there ain't nothing please me more than you.
Ah, home, let me come home. Home. Ah, home, let me come home. Home is wherever I'm with you. La 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 la, take me home. Mama, I'm coming home.
I'll follow you into the park, through the jungle, through the dark. Girl, I never loved one like you.
Moats and boats and waterfalls, alleyways and payphone calls. I've been everywhere with you.
That's true. Laugh until we think we'll die, barefoot on a summer night. Never could be sweeter than with you.
And in the streets you run free like it's only you and me. Geez, you're something to see. Ah, home, let me come home. Home is wherever I'm with you. Ah, home, yes I am home. Home is wherever I'm with you. La 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 la, take me home.
Oh boy.
Mama, I'm coming home.
Caitlin,
Andrew,
you know how this spoken word part of the song is where we declare our love for one another?
I sure do.
Well, do you think it's a problem that we're in committed relationships with other people?
Yes, I do.
Well, it's a good thing there's all different kinds of love.
Well, like what, Andrew?
Well, geez, I didn't think I'd have to explain it. But, look at it this way. When you get a whole bunch of people together who all like doing the same thing and all enjoy each other's company, well, that's kind of like a family, isn't it?
Well, that's nice.
And if you can trick a bunch of other people to pay money to watch you do it, now that's love.
Well, that's right. Oh, let me come home. Home is wherever I'm with you. Ah, home, yes I am home. Home is wherever I'm with you.
Home, let me come home. Home is wherever I'm with you.
Ah, home, yes I am home. Home is when I'm alone with you. Alabama, Arkansas, I do love my ma and pa. Moats and boats and waterfalls, alleyways and payphone calls. Home is when I'm alone with you.
Home is when I'm alone with you. Thank you for joining us this evening, ladies and gentlemen. A big hand for everyone on stage, the cast of Crime City, Mr. Danny Bronson, Ian Osborne. Thank you very much.